Wasn't she just fantastic? So, for those of you who've known Serena her whole life, did you ever think that that little girl who used to tell Ordia stories at every single event would one day own the stage like she just did right now? I guess we all kind of knew that she would have been able to do this because even when she was 3 or 4 years old, she owned the stage back then too. Alright, so now we would like to invite Madhu Uncle up to the stage to say a few words. Serena's father.
Dear Swamiji, Shankarji, Dhiranji, and other respected members of Chinmay Mission as well as honorable members of Oriya and Indian community. On this occasion of Odissi Mancha Pravesh of our daughter, I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart to come here and bless her. Before I give my vote of thanks, I would like to invite our Pujya Swamiji to talk for a few words, then I will officially give vote of thanks.
समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Hari Om. My pronouns to each one of you. My heart is filled with lot of satisfaction as well as gratitude. Actually, since 1986, I am away from Odisha. So as a result, we forget everything. But today, everything just flashed in my mind what Oriya is, what Odisha is. Sabrina represents a typical Oriya girl. I don't know what you mean by a typical Oriya girl, but there is a grace around a Oriya girl. There is a charm that today I see in Sabrina. And that people, when they go to different countries or they come with a different culture, their behavior changes, their attitude changes, their movement changes. But in her case, everything is intact. And that because that we have seen that how our sisters or in the village, the girls, and how they look, how they talk. She has imbibed all those things are intact. That is a great thing. Of course, Ipsita, we call her Rimzim daily. I know her since because I always go to her home and her mother. Because of her mother, I am in Chinmay Mission actually. And always we'll go up, because I was a teacher in high school, Chinmay Mission school. After the school is over, we'll go to her home and her mother will give food and everything. From that day I have seen that she will always go for dance. And she has maintained that. To start one thing is easy, but to continue is very difficult. People, there is one person in the mission, his name was Uncle Mani. He will tell Aram Basuram is start something, then give up. But she has continued. To continue, that's the vision. Otherwise one cannot continue. Many people, they do different things, but in between some difficulties come and they just give up. They start with a big bang, but they give up very fast. But she has continued. It is Odisha, there was no Odisha known in Chicago area. There was nobody. And there is no student even from Odisha the Odia people also, they don't want children to learn Odissi. This is the situation, this was the situation. But she really worked hard, and now I see there is little improvement. And I request all the Odia community to send their children, because it has to be maintained. It is such a beautiful dance form, but if it is people are not learning, then it will not be sustained, it cannot be sustained. And I'm happy that families are sending their children and they are learning. And may God bless it. Later, I don't know where she is, let her work very hard and teach all the children this beautiful dance form. That is Sanskrit sloka where it is told, Sahitya Sangeeta Kala Vihinaha Sakshat Pasu Ucha Vishanahina. You must have heard this sloka. Sahitya means literature, Sangeeta, music, Kala, arts, Vihina, without. If these three things are not there, or one of them is not there in a human being, that human being is an animal. That is the way it is told here. Only thing lacking, that there is no Pushana and there is no Pucha. Means there is no tail, there is no horn, that's all. That is basic. Otherwise that person is an animal. Trunam na khadan napi jivamana. But that person will not eat truna. Truna means grass. A human being doesn't eat grass. Savagadheyam param pasunam. That is the greatest fortune for the animals. Otherwise you would have eaten all the grass. I hope you understand. Okay, whatever. That means how much importance is given to this kala, and I'm very happy that there some children, they are coming forward, they are learning all those things, and they are continuing that one. May God bless. Let Puja Buddha's blessings be always on Sabina. Always when I see her and our Deepu Kumar, they are very close friends. You will see that they have their behavior and their mannerism is really different, because they maintain that traditional thing. And I'm very happy, and let God bless her. Puja Buddha's blessings always shower upon her. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, very much. This year, actually, there were a lot of this Ranga Pravesh and Mancha Pravesh, and when I see like Shivaji and Suresh Kumarji, all these veteran volunteers of Chinmaya Mission, so I sometimes feel, hey, this year I am not comparable with Sureshji and Shivaji, so we are basically feeling bad, but some of my friends told, hey, your Bharati she is doing volunteer, so you are not in bad shape. And typically Swamiji tells, you have to take punya, whatever punya you do, you have to take only yourself. You cannot add your spouse top. But I think for this, we can add as a family and and I like to thank some people who have spent many years of valuable of their time to help us in making this function successful. Another thing, and Sabrina, we are so proud of you. Swami did not tell. Actually, she worked so hard for last couple of months. She's not actually that hardworking. And that she got from my gym, because so though that way I am proud of her, but in America you have to work hard. quickly, I should not take too much time. When I finished my study, I finished PhD at the University of Michigan. I got an offer actually from, he did phone interview, and the first job in '98, he called me from Los Angeles. He told, hey, are you hardworking? Because this is common interview. I don't know, I am not hardworking. Because from India, when you come for higher study, if somebody tells that you work hard, of course not. We are studying not to work hard. So, but here, the hardworking is a plus point. Next, I thank, as I have told my wife, who worked tirelessly to make this function a success. Typically, generally, we should not thank. And most of the family you see, most of the parents, Monisha, they are like 50-50 type of contribution, but for my wife, she has 80, maybe more. So I think she is downstairs doing something right now. Successful program goes to Guru Ipsita Sadbuddhi, who worked tirelessly with Sabrina for last 7 months. And she and her husband, Mr. Susan Sadbuddhi, they are so much humble and sacrifice so much for the community and also the Indian community. I cannot believe I can do that. Mrs. Guru Ipsita Sadbuddhi and her husband, Mr. Susan Sadbuddhi. Actually, in our community, senior member Chhabio Bhaji, if she's there, she would have told, these are wonderful couple. So I thank Ipsita and Susan so much. Please give them a big round of applause. So I also thank Ms. Suchi and Ram Acharya for taking care of Swamiji during this busy schedule. I also thank the decoration team led by Mrs. Sujata Patnaik and Sarita Boparida who did this for decoration. And also the light and sound team led by Sushant and Sat Khandai and also Prabhakarji from Hindu Temple. He helped so much. We thank this management of this temple to provide us providing excellent facility for this performance. I also thank the backstage helpers, Bhumika, Sunamika, Polly, Chavi and others, and also thanks to Ms. Alka Tail for the cake she has ordered which is downstairs. I may miss some names, please forgive me if I miss something. Thanks to Sunil Mishra and Sunita Narayan for photography. I also, I don't know, I should thank my elder brother-in-law, Professor Chitta Boran. He is supposed to help in photography, I don't know. But as Swamiji tells, if there is a problem, you blame your spouse or your in-laws. I also thank Mr. Devashish Ponda and Mr. Bob, and thanks to Prashant Padi and Sujit for slideshow which is downstairs. I am also very grateful to some of my close friends and relatives who came quite a long distance from Detroit area where I studied, and from Toronto, 2 families came, and from Dallas and Phoenix and also San Francisco. I also thank my mother-in-law, Sasuji, who came from India, bless her granddaughter on this auspicious occasion. Sasuji, where is Sasuji? Go. Sharing blame from this part. Finally, I thank Mr. Gyano Patnaik for taking care of snacks and foods from Cuisine of India. I hope you will enjoy food. If not, please blame Gyano. there are children of our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Uncle. And now we'd like to invite Sabrina back to the stage to present the Guru Dakshina. And next we're going to have Sabrina's brothers come and congratulate her. And now Shivam will give a speech.
Namaskar everyone. My name is Shivam Patnaik and I am a very close family member of Sabrina Nanny's. We can be considered as siblings, we're so close, so let me try this again. Hello everybody, my name is Shivam Patnaik and I am Sabrina Nanny's brother. Before I start, I would like to say that the last time I got help from my family with a speech, I did not make the 4th grade spirit council. And with that, I would like you all to know that I made this by myself, and it comes from the bottom of my heart and nobody else's. I've been watching Sabrina Nanny dance my whole life. It seems like just yesterday that both Sabrina Nanny and I were putting on makeup, getting ready for our holy dance at Chinmay Mission. And she was complaining about how much we had practiced already, and that it's just way too overwhelming, and she just wanted to get it over with because she just couldn't take it anymore. Her face throughout that whole dance, she put on the most forced smile, and you can just see all the blood rushing in her face. I only find this funny and memorable to this day because watching her on that stage today made my jaw drop, and I was just amazed. I couldn't see her struggling and the pain in her face anymore. She seemed totally chilled, sweet, and charming. After seeing this, I finally realized how much she has persevered and improved throughout the years. Watching her continuously dancing for long hours made me so amazed and inspired because she didn't just practice once every week like we used to. She practiced long, hard hours every single day just so that she could make this dance perfect. And I guess it worked. Congrats on this amazing achievement, and thanks for all the great times. Thank you.
present Sabrina with their certificate of accomplishment. Sabrina, would you like to say a few words?
Namaskar and Hariom, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming here today because and the fact that you stuck around despite all the interruptions and everything also means a lot to me. And seeing all of the people that came, even my relatives from all over the country, just to see me dance it's hard to put into words, but it means a lot. First, I want to thank Swamiji. As you know, he's come to every Mancha, Pravesh and Argyatram that's happened the last couple of weeks, and everyone knows that Swamiji is probably the most encouraging person there is. Whenever you say hi to him, you always smile back. And I'd also like to thank my guru, Ipstanti, for everything she did, because we had practice basically every day. And in case you didn't know, she actually works a full-time job. So for her to spend so much time just with me also means a lot. And of course, thanks all of you for coming here today, because there's a million other things you could have done, but you came here. So I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed dinner afterwards.
Thank you all for joining us for this fantastic performance. Now we will have dinner downstairs in the dining hall. If you guys could please join us there for that. Thank you.